you believe in miracles? You sexy thing? I don't think any of you know this exists, because frankly, I didn't know it existed, and none of you have said to me, hey, Zio, so you're going to test the SHP8000s. The Philips SHP 8000s. You all know the SHP 9500s. I don't have to even... Probably all own them already. Nearly the same price. Around 60 a pair. I won't guarantee that because you know how these things go. Closed Philips SHP 60 a pair. Okay. Gotta buy them. Gotta buy them. Gotta test them. Gotta fly. Gotta run, Peter Pan. Attached wire. Legitimately permanently attached pads. Like, I don't know if these can even come off. Not quite the construction of the 9500s where I was like, ooh and on, ooh. But not terrible. Sleek as shit. I mean, that's fancy looking. Marks on it from my fingers, but you know, that's what happens. Adjustment metal here. Legit metal, some plastic. Comfort strap, which is pretty... It's pretty hard. This inside feels like the sort of padding you'd get in a really old bumper car. But... it doesn't make you bald. That's a positive. One-sided cord, even though it's attached. Oh, we indicated a little R, a little L. Light. Pads are comfortable. I mean, look at them. Look at these big, cushy pads. A little small for the opening. That's the only concern is they're yeah, your ear is not. That's a 2-knuckle. That's a 2. Remember the old system of 2-knuckle, 3-knuckle? That is a 2-knuckle. And in here is a very sharp plastic ring, by the way, which your ear shouldn't touch. Shouldn't touch. I'm not going to guarantee you will. So the attached cord is a little more than 4 feet. Comes with an extension that's just as nice as the cord. The cord isn't terrible. I mean, look, it's got a little bit of a sproing to it. You know how I feel about sproing. But it's Philips, so even if the sproing is there, it still has its own brand. It says SHP8000 on the connector, and this is a rubberized thing you could squeeze. And then you plug it in to the extension, and the colors match. And then it goes and it comes out into another thing that says SHP8000, and it comes with this cool 1/4 inch. Everything's got red plastic innards. Okay. So you get the long extension, and actually, honestly, getting a nice extension is a bonus in any headphone. So you either need that or you don't need it. I'll put that down too because I use this. They're closed. I never ever like getting messages that ask me, could you compare these open headphones and these closed headphones and this loaf of bread, please? Could you compare these 3 things and tell me the benefits? Open headphones, closed headphones, loaf of bread, all different. Very hard to describe them because they all serve different functions. There's similarities. There's, you know, is there soundstage? No, none on this. More so usually on open, and amazing soundstage on bread. Usually depends. Rye wheat pumpernickel, great soundstage. So they're closed, narrow headphones. So what's their party piece? Why are you reviewing them? Why did they get their own review? Usually you lump these cheap ones together unless you're going to tell Philips to go fuck itself because it's ruined everything. I'm tempted to tell Philips to go fuck itself. The fact that the pads are a little bit too small, although soft, and that the cord attach is sort of throwing me off. But these are bassy cans. And when I first got them, I thought they were the bassiest cans. Like the fuck all of bass King Godzilla. King Kong and Godzilla had a baby, and it's a SHP 8000s. And that might still be true, but the bass has calmed down and the trebles come up over the weeks of using them. And when I say weeks, I mean probably 4 days total, over 3 weeks, because I used them and I didn't use them, and they're comfortable, but they're not comfortable. It's getting hot. These are going to get sweaty. But now that they've sort of broken in, I'm very happy with this purchase. There are not many headphones, closed headphones, under $100 that I actually like. I got the M40Xs in the other room. I haven't even turned them on yet, so don't ask me to compare against those until that video comes out. The Tascam TH02s are real cheap. They're like $17, and I like those. There's the Pro 80s, the Takstar Pro 80s, which are good. I like them. Attached cord again, but a longer attached cord. And they're a bit bulky, but I like them. And those are also bass heavy. These are more bass heavy. These have gargantuan amounts of bass. Yet, you ready for the yet? I know you're ready for the yet. You love that yet. Yet they don't suck in the other categories of headphone. They don't have shit treble and no mid-range. It actually all still exists. So, thank you, Philips, for once again giving me an alternative to tell people to buy things. Because I know you want them. I know you want something that's... Someone's going to come me specifically, I got a $60 budget. I need closed headphones. Gaming... Now, here's the thing. Like I said, no soundstage. And positional audio relies a lot on soundstage, which is why I usually tell people to go open. The Ship 9500s, excellent for gaming. But they're open, so cars driving by, loud computers, sisters, mothers, lovers, dogs, everything comes in to the headphones, and everybody hears what you're watching, which is usually porn or games with porn in them. So the 8000s here, they work for gaming. I played a little bit. I didn't go nuts with it. I played some Planetside, and the explosions are earth-shattering. But the soundstage leaves a little bit to be desired. Just a little. They work. They're at least as good as a cheap set of gaming headsets for locatability with better low end. Cleaner low end. More insanely amounts of, and yet still cleaner low end. When I first got these, I didn't like them. I didn't like them. I was like, oh, Philips, why wouldn't you just be consistently amazing? Because so far, everything's been good. Every Philips product's been good. And these were right on the edge of bad. The build is like, but then it's metal, and then it's, this is decent looking, and then the pads are attached. Hate that, but then they're so thick and soft. I mean, where's my HM5 pads? It does have here. Here's an HM5. Actually, this is an NVX pad. But, I mean, you could see that they're equivalent thickness. Just the hole isn't big enough. So you can get by that. I do like these. I do. They're easy to drive. Killer low end. Like, the low end on the upper level Fostex is like what this has. Obviously, this isn't as clean. But I've heard some bass heavy headphones down here in the sub $100 range that are just piles of garbage. Like, maybe I want to I'm gonna puke a little bit thinking about them. Or maybe it was this hot dog. I don't know. But yeah. Go away, lint. Let me put on something right here now. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Next. Wow. You can't hear the bass through that, but they're so... I wish they had soundstage. My God, these would compete with everything if they had soundstage. And I don't think bigger pads would help it because these are huge pads to begin with. So that's their crux. Whomp bass. Finally, I have a head. This is a good thing for me because finally, when someone says, "I got no money and I need whomp and bass," sold. Take them on the bus. Take them on the train. You lose them, they're $60. You don't have to put insurance out on them. Elmo. Fucking Elmo. They're not terribly uncomfortable. Thanks to the pads. At least, if you're going to have small holes in your pads, at least make the pads hyper thick, like they did. The cable's short enough to deal. You're going to do an attached cable? Fine. Make it short, give an extension. You're doing it right. Philips is still cornering the market on acceptability. Do they beat the 9500s? No. But these are not for the same purpose. These are if you need closed. I need closed headphones because A, B, C, my boss is a bitch, it's D, E, F, G. Here. What's the next up set of closed cans that I actually like? I mean, you're talking about these are like the MSR7s or the Sony A1s. Obviously those. Obviously those. However, these have more bass than both of those. Put that in your head. It's not terrible bass, so it's decent bass. There's just a lot of it. You got to be willing to take a big bite out of the bass. You have to the bass. You got to take a big bite of the bass. Those cars that drive by with their trunks shaking because people are retarded, they're gonna love these. And I sort of like them too. They're not terrible. They're not 9500s, but like I said, they serve a different purpose. Bass head cans, right here. No soundstage, no problem. Could you game in them? Yes. Should you game in them? If you need clothes and you need to spend $60, what else is there? What else is there? Sound Magics are over 150. MSRs and DT770s. Those are the good clothes. Those are when the good closed stuff starts. Is up in like the $170 to $250 ranges when all that stuff comes in. So down here in the working man's class of headphone, a $60 set of ships. Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. How's that for review? What did Zio say about the 8000s? They says they're not the worst thing. And they aren't. Could they be better? Sure. Make them cost $100. I'm sure Philips could do any number of things. But for $60, you just need closed cans with a shit ton of bass and decent mids and highs. Just decent. Not exceptional. Not 9500 mids and highs. Just decent. Here you go. Just don't expect soundstage. Or a carrying case. Or anything but an extension. That's the review. That's the review. Accept it.